This tutorial can work to texture anything from rocks to anything else you can. What's up? Thank you guys so much for clicking on my video. Subscribe and hit the bell and the like button. I really hope this video helps you out. Copy my settings for the sun and sky gadget, This can make it look more real. You can mess around with this if you guys want the background to be a different color outside of black. Mess around with this option and maybe this option and the color right here and some other things if you want. We're going to be making this. Subscribe. Look up somebody else's for how to make leaves. I'm still discovering that. I usually try to discover things myself. This right here you can make in about 2 minutes. Let's get into how you can make trees. So instead of breaking this one down, I'm just gonna make it. Go here, choose your color, choose this, go to edit. Always scroll this down before putting things down, you can place this down and size it up, or you can just size it up right here, just like this. Make it as long as of a tree as you want. Don't worry about the roots yet. You can make it as skinny as you want to. I kind of like making thicker trees, but I can understand why somebody might want to make it skinny. I have mine sort of like this right now. I'll set it down, then I'll just make it longer by using the stretch tool. Make it longer. Presto. Next, what you want to do is use this cylinder shape. Go up here, press this, then press mirror. If you've aligned your tree right, then the mirror should go straight down the middle. Now you want to size this down. Make sure it is elongated instead of on the side like that. You want it to be up and down like this, sort of like how bark is. You'll want to make it as small as you need to, probably pretty small. We might even have to make it smaller than this. Then you'll want to go to smear shape, right there. Edit. Always size this down like I said. Put this on 4ths. Maybe add a hole. You can try that. I think I added a hole. And then just go up and down. You might want to use kaleidoscope. Let me just see what this looks like first. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look. I believe. Use a darker color than what I have right here. Use kaleidoscope. You'll still have to move around and see where your kaleidoscope, like if you're placing it down right here, you're still gonna have to go right here to get behind it. So not all the patterns will be the same, which is actually a good thing, because nothing is that symmetrical in real life. And you'll want to do this over and over till you get the basic texture down. That's how you do this in 2021. And 2020. I actually made this in 2020. I'm recording with my PS5 microphone built into the controller. So that's what this sounds like. Don't forget to go behind. You want to just keep on doing this. Until you've got all sides or most of the sides detailed. You might want to leave some side or one side less barky than the others, just depending on if you're trying to do shading. Just one tip for you guys. The side that has the most bark you might want to point towards the sun and have the character looking at, because that'll be the side that's the most detailed like that. Right around this point, I'd say, if we put some right here, you can lay your thing down in circles like that, or you can lay it down going up and down. I'm using the motion controllers to go up and down. You can see it doesn't take too much detail from the sculpting or graphics. That should be good. What you want to do now, take it off of all this. Maybe change the color before we start. Next, what you want to do when you're laying it down, laying down the smear shape, take it off of this. Go on the inside of it. Turn on kaleidoscope. Turn on the mirror. You don't want to do that. I'm just trying to see something. Oh yeah, you do want to do that, but you want to size this down. Put back on the hole. Put this on fourths again, and do this on the inside of it. Go all the way up with it. Just make sure you don't go outside, otherwise you'll see particles. And we are cutting, we are not adding to it, we are cutting. As you can see, at least we should be cutting. I don't think it matters if you do cut or don't cut, but you're supposed to be cutting. So make sure you're cutting. And do this a few times on every side. Always lower that. Every side you want to do this. And you'll just want to keep going up. And then when you're done, take it off of these settings. Size it back up. And cut. Down, up, and make cuts all throughout the tree. And that's how you'll get bark. Most importantly, add your roots down here. Adding roots is pretty simple. Then you can mess with that as you want to. Now you want to add, you can always tighten this stuff up down here if you want to. Add an indentation on the top or whatever you're going to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Then what you want to do add branches. How you'll do that is with this. Press touchpad, press that. edit shape, no hole, turn this off. You can do it with this, but I'm trying to do it with this. Edit shape, size that, go this way, bend it, get smaller as it goes out. Trees also get smaller as they go up. You can just place it down, or you can turn on the blend settings and do this on a few sides. You want to texture the branches the way you textured the tree. Maybe have the branches get smaller as you go up. Then you want to cover with leaves. Now, Young Touch does not know how to do leaves. I know that sounds funny. There's some really good tutorials online on how to do leaves. I like just getting this is really the hard part, in all honesty. I like doing these. But if we were to do leaves, I mean, alright, this is how you make leaf patterns to do the amazing, and this is what it would look like in the amazing and whatnot. Make sure you texture everything, even the branches. So what I did was I used the whatever shape that is. I'll just undo everything. It's really easy to smoothen out these parts. I just use the spear shape. Make sure while you're doing this you're in mirror mode. That's what makes it easy. And I'm using stamp shape. So whenever I stamp it down, I used mirror mode and this all the way up, this on 4th, and you'll want to turn this down. I didn't, but you'll want to. And you'll just want to place your pattern down. Until you get all of it done. And here's how it started until I started putting spear shapes on both sides. Could some mirror. Here's how it started. So I used this, stretched it up with this, pushed it back, and stretched it upward like that to make it longer. And then you'll have one of these. You can actually use a spear tool to make the leaf limb, if that's what it's called. And you can put green inside of here if you want to, like a green blob of some sort, if you want to. It just depends. But this right here is how you'd make leaves, leaf textures, if you wanted to know how to do that. There's different types of leaves you can make, but I always wanted to make this kind of a leaf. I've been wondering how to do this for a while, so this is the way I would do it. There's a hidden way to where you can really texture these things, but I haven't figured it out yet. But it's something like this. If anybody figures this out, let me know. You use this. I might have actually figured it out on accident. And then what you'll want to do this, this. Then you want to bring it into smear mode, edit shape. Make sure this is turned down all the way as always. You can like kind of actually texture the actual thing, if you see what I'm saying. You could like give it a really good texture if you figure this out. And maybe I have just figured it out just now. Who knows? But this right here would be a highly advanced method of making, if you were to like maybe do it in grid snap mode, it might be easier to keep it aligned. Then maybe what you could do, if I can get this like upright, after you have, make sure it's that might work. After you have it something like that, and get one of these. And you could try doing something like that. I don't know if it'll work, but this would be how you could texture leaves advanced. It looks like this might work. This would be a really advanced way of doing it, because this right here allows for little detailed textures for your leaf that are not even possible with this method. This would be the best way. Subscribe, hit like, hit the bell. Let me take it off of Grid Snap. If you could get that closer to it, it'd be perfect. You just gotta mess with it, but if like I figured it out, but I've been trying to figure out how to actually do tiny textures with it even longer. From here, what I'd say is, what you have to do is possibly figure out a way to, you might be able to do that leaf cut, you know, that's in the center, like this, using one of these. Maybe take it off of mirror mode real quick. Place it down, then you can just move it. From here, you guys can perfect it. It's a method of doing it, 2 methods of making leaves. Subscribe, hit like, hit the bell, and don't forget to bark up these branches. You can look up other methods of making leaves online or just search for leaves in the Dreamverse.